And here she is, YouTube. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, but this is the new addition to the channel. 2012 Audi S5. I got this car just a few months ago, about 3-4 months ago. And this was just a celebration and, just a gift to myself. I've been working really hard, and the last time that I posted a video, I've actually got married, had a kid, moved, got a new job. So it's been a lot going on. So I wasn't able to post, but Happy New Year, everybody. So we're going to try our best to keep the channel coming with new content, especially with this. And we're still going to chase cars. We're still going to chase EVs. We're still going to do what we need to do, to make the channel what it should be. But this is the new edition. Let's check out the interior. Like I said, 2012 Audi S5. Black interior. Ibis white. This one doesn't have the sport diff, but that's okay. I didn't really care for it. It also doesn't have the prestige package. This is the premium plus, so definitely no Bang& Olufsen and no driver assist functions. But it's a clean car. I got it at about 68,000 miles. So the person who had this car, they took pretty good care of it. I even got it checked out at the local Audi dealership, and they said it was fine. I just got an oil change for about $200, and they looked it over and said this was a really clean example. 19-inch wheels. Like I said, it's got the keyless go, so you can press the button there and unlock it and lock it. So there it is, the V8, naturally aspirated. Like I said, really clean car. And so the car facts is a bit interesting. This car actually came from Virginia. Not too many scratches and dings, but we'll fix what we need to fix. And so if this is your car, actually, it was, I think, original owner. So it has two owners, but it was always in Virginia Beach. So if this is your car, let me know, because the Carfax kind of loses all maintenance records and all registration records for the last couple years, actually. So if you had a white S5, lived in Virginia Beach, let me know if this is your car. One of the tall tales that it could be your car is that the only major blemish on this car is actually on the bumper, which is right there. And then there's a little itty bitty scratch right there. And again, all of these things can be fixed, but I need to know what happened to this car. Like, nothing really happened to it, but I really can't find any records. It hasn't been to the Audi dealership or any known service dealership in the last 5 years. So let me know. So yeah, that's the Audi. It's got all-wheel drive, silver mirror caps. That's how you know it's the Audi S5 over the A5. Also the wheels, but you can always change out the wheels. But most people identify the S line for Audi with those silver mirror caps. So it's super cool. We'll change out the fogs and this ugly looking grill. A couple other plans too. Nothing too major. I mean, these are not like the supercharged versions, the ones from 23 and up, where you can tune them and put a whole bunch of stuff on them. But it's definitely iconic. If you really do your research, you'll find that this car was the most powerful, as far as horsepower, S5 ever made up until this new model year, which is the 2025-2026 model year. So the 354 horsepower naturally aspirated V8 has always been the most powerful until now. And I think that's something to say about the S5s. Because the S5s, I think with Audi, what they were trying to do was saying, hey, look, we made a V8 coupe. This was the first Grand Tourer, believe it or not. It's not the first coupe that Audi made, but the first Grand Tourer. And so they, I guess, wanted to commemorate it to say, hey, look, for our first Grand Tourer, let's keep this to be the most powerful. Put a V8 in it. Keep it nice. Keep it clean. It's a beautiful car to me. So with that said, I think for me, this was a strategic purchase because this probably won't be the end all for the channel as far as car content, as far as cars to mod. And you'll go through the journey with me, but for the most part, I think this car is gonna hold value. You can get a really nice example for around $25,000, and you can get a kind of beat up example for less than 12. So this was a really clean one, so you could imagine how much I paid for it. But yeah, man, this is it. So stay tuned, and we'll go for a drive, give you my takes on the driving experience. All right, so first things first. If you're an Audi fan, particularly an Audi S5 fan, you probably scoured YouTube and all of the forums, and you probably found by now that people say that the turning and handling in this car is not that great. And then you'll have some people say, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. It's absolutely wonderful. I am one of those people to say that is wonderful. I mean, you're talking about a Grand Tour, you're talking about a big body coupe, so it's not going to be as nimble as a BRZ or Supra or shoot, anything equivalent to that. But for a V8, naturally aspirated, large, 3,000 plus, oh look, 911, a 3,000 plus vehicle, it's not numb like most people say. You don't get a lot of feedback from the road, but you do get really sharp handling, you get good response, and the steering wheel feels good in your hand. It does accelerate really good, like now. I'm not in the sport mode, so it does have sport mode. Obviously, I didn't go for the manual, particularly because the manuals have known to be problematic. Yes, they're rare, more sought after, but if you're talking about a Grand Tour, something you can take on the highway, cruise, and you know, it'd be manageable. And for a car that's already 12 years old, you want less trouble, right? You want something that's going to be able to turnkey, go, have fun in it, but, you know, not cause you a whole bunch of troubles, and for it to be in the shop every other time you take it out. And these get up there in mileage, so you can find one easily with 100,000 miles on it. This one only has, I think I mentioned, what, 69,000 miles. This is not my daily driver, so I do not plan on putting more miles on it, a whole bunch of miles on it anytime soon. I have another car that's my daily. If you want to know more about that one, it's a pretty basic car, but it gets me from point A to point B. Maybe I'll put it on the channel in the future. But for my weekend toy, for something to get around town in a sporty way, and to enjoy and take the car meets to do a little bit of wrenching and modifications too, this was for me. And because I have a kid now, if my little one wants to get in the back seat, he totally can. It's not the best environment, but for a baby in a car seat, it's going to get the job done pretty well. Love the interior. If you find yourself getting an S5, probably want to get one of the more colorful interiors. Black you cannot go wrong with, but if you get that brown interior, it's more like an orange interior or the red interior, it really gives a pop to the outside colors. The braking is really good on this, I will say that. Steering, again, I mentioned, is really good. Cornering is really good. The ride itself, it's not too high, not too low, although I want to go a little bit lower. Definitely want to go at least an inch lower. If you have any recommendations on what to get, whether it's lowering springs or coilovers, definitely won't be doing bags. Not too big of a fan of a bag system, but sometimes it works. My brother has a bag Hyundai Genesis. Shout out to my brother. Yep. So yeah, we might do some true modifications here. Yeah, for sure. So don't know what exactly to get. I've been doing a little bit of research. Definitely want to do have a black optics package to black out the emblems, black out the grills, get the exhaust, lower it a bit, do something with this lackluster interior, even though I think it's pretty nice. But maybe change up the seat colors. I've already put tints on it, as you can tell. So it's in clean shape, so I just want to keep it clean. I don't know if I want to do a wrap. I debate about it so much. I do want to get it, to get the paint corrected. Definitely want to get that. Definitely needs it. Again, whoever was from Virginia Beach that had this white S5 2012 V8, traded it to Carvana, and I'll talk about the Carvana experience another time because there's something truly interesting about it. But yeah, if you traded your car into Carvana from Virginia Beach, I think this car is a one owner, even though it says two owners. It looks like the owner at some time paid it off and registering it, they just didn't realize it was the same person because it stayed in Virginia Beach for the first owner and the second owner, and the quality and the condition of the car leads me to believe it's a one owner. If this is your car, I want to know the backstory because I have no idea what services you did to this car, but I can tell that you kept it well. So hopefully the YouTube universe finds that person for me, or I come across that person. But anyway, that really ends the video. I'm really excited to introduce the S5 to YouTube, to the channel. I'm really trying to figure out what to do with it. I will be trying my best to post more content this year to keep the channel alive, and thank you to everybody who supported me about a year or two ago starting my channel. We're going to continue the theme, but we're just going to add the S5 and a little bit different content going forward. But more importantly, we're just going to stay as consistent as we can with putting out good quality content. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in another video.